honestly, I don't want us to have it. I've told you very coolly.
The truck was actually coming from Ring Road. It missed a step. So as it was trying to gather itself, it fell.
What we are witnessing these days, it is something we can no longer understand.
They should stop telling us and promising us all those promises are fake, giving us this set of promises are fake. We don't want it anymore.
The news headlines: Edo State House of Assembly set to investigate former Governor Godwin Obaseki over construction of Radisson Hotel and more.
Request the House to carry out a thorough constant investigation of 2 critical housing projects in the state.
The agreement that this bill should scale this second reading, we say those against this bill is hereby else.
Edo North Senatorial District witnessed first of its kind empowerment program as Senator Adams Oshiomhole gives income generating materials to hundreds of people.
And this last one, when they lost everywhere else, we in the donut, we stood gidigba. And the surplus we generated canceled the deficit in other places. And that is why the governor, His Excellency Governor Monday Ubewolu Agbako Rescue, is very much appreciative of what we did for him. And I ask you and I urge you to continue to support him.
Good evening and thank you for joining us on BeeTv Major News. I am Evelyn Izibili. The news in details. BeeTv News has celebrated its second-year anniversary in a grand style with a public lecture that gathered dignitaries of great caliber, media professionals and members of the public. The event themed Nigeria's future, bleak or bright, the role of the media, focused on the critical part that journalism plays in shaping the nation's direction. BeeTv News' Favor Kolawole reports.
Delivering the anniversary lecture, Nigeria's future, bleak or bright, the role of the media. Professor Eddie Iragbe, a professor of history and international studies at the University of Benin, said the media remains a powerful tool in nation building, adding that responsible reporting and balanced coverage are key to restoring public trust and promoting good governance.
I'm saying that Nigerians are happy, in quotes, that they are once again having the opportunity to be the ones that will decide who should govern them. Various channels or platforms used to communicate with large audience. That is, of course, the television, the radio, newspapers, magazines, social media, online news platforms, and of course, billboards. All of these constitute part of the mass media. I've tried to show here that the media played a pivotal role right from when we were colonized to fight for independence for our people. The media was there. And so the West African pilot, when Nigerians were mobilizing themselves, they used the media for that purpose. I went on to say, just to remind us, that when Nigerians were fighting against military dictatorship, one of the sectors that was dealt with happens to be the media. And of course, one of our sons from this state, Dele Giliwa, for example, was one of those that had to pay the supreme price because of the attempt to muzzle the media at that time. But they stood firm at the time in question.
He also spoke on how the role of the media can advance through good governance, stressing that when leadership embraces transparency and accountability, it creates an environment where the media can strive and effectively perform its duties.
I have studied other societies, and the message first is that there is no perfect Eldorado on earth as far as life expectations are concerned. Problems of nation building are there when we remember the tenure, for example, of Comrade Adams Oshiomhole. How this state, from where it was when he came on board, and how he brought about transformation. There is value in change. It may not always be the best, but give others a chance to perform. And we must enjoy, we must maximize the opportunities and things that are before us today while we are working for a brighter and better Nigeria.
He further charged journalists to uphold the ethics of the profession while serving as the voice of the people. Guests at the event commended BeeTv News for its consistency in delivering credible news and fostering public enlightenment.
Whoa, it's a big milestone. 2 years is not 2 months. 2 years is not 2 weeks. 2 years. It's a great achievement. And of course, I want to celebrate and appreciate the doggedness of the MD CEO of BeeTv, talking about Best Orator. She's actually best in everything she does. Congratulations. See you at the top. Congratulations once more.
I feel the great euphoria as I'm here today because I know the humble beginning of Best Orator Rider. She has been a very strong woman. She's someone that inspires other women. She's a go-getter. So I was actually not surprised in this event today because I know she will go very far.
What we have just witnessed here today started like a child's play in 2023. 2023 here. And today it has grown by leaps and bounds. I congratulate Best and her team and wish them.
With her, we are very happy. So this is another opportunity for coming here to meet different faces, see different people. We are here to celebrate with Madam Best.
The atmosphere of the event was electrified with a special dance presentation by the Benin Cultural Troupe by students of the University of Benin Theatre Arts Department. Favor Kolawole reporting for BeeTv News.
It was a day of joy and renewed hope in Edo North Senatorial District as Senator Adams Oshiomhole, representing the district at the National Assembly, launched a massive empowerment program aimed at improving the lives of his constituents. The event, tagged Edo North Mega Empowerment Program 2025, showcased the Senator's commitment to purposeful representation and sustainable community development. BeeTv News' Destiny Igudawu reports that hundreds of beneficiaries across Edo North converged to witness and participate in what many described as one of the largest empowerment programs ever held in the district. The report is presented by Best Orator.
It was a charged and exciting atmosphere in Esako West local government area of Edo North Senatorial District as residents and indigents trooped out in their numbers to benefit from the Edo North Mega Empowerment Program 2025, organized by Senator Comrade Adams Eric Ali Oshiomhole, the senator representing the district at the National Assembly. From distribution of tricycles to motorcycles, cassava grinding machines, industrial and manual sewing machines, refrigerators and pepper grinding machines, the items rolled out one after the other, bringing smiles and relief to hundreds of beneficiaries. Senator Oshiomhole also distributed bags of rice, sugar, and fertilizer to local farmers in a move aimed at boosting agricultural productivity and reducing economic hardship in the district. The event drew political stakeholders, party leaders, and community representatives from the 6 local government areas of Edo North, namely Onwa East, Onwa West, Esako East, Esako Central, Esako West, and Akoko Edo local government areas, all standing in solidarity with the Senator's developmental strides. To ensure transparency and fairness, committee members were on the ground to accredit beneficiaries, issuing identification cards to each beneficiaries according to their wards before the items were distributed. It was indeed a day that celebrated purposeful leadership, people-centered representation, and the true dividends of democracy in the Edo North Senatorial District. In his remarks, Senator Adams Oshomole emphasized that true empowerment goes beyond giving out money. He described empowerment as the key to unlocking poverty in the society, noting that his gesture was both a way of saying thank you to the people of Edo North for their support in past elections and a step towards making the people financially dependent.
So I want to thank each and every one of you. And through you, I want to thank the great people of Edo North. Because in all the elections since 2007, when I got involved in Edo politics, Edo North has never failed me. If you say, who are you? That is the beginning of trouble. Everybody is somebody. If they say, who are you? You say, I am the creation of God. And in the eyes of God, we are all equal. So let us continue to maintain that spirit.
In a goodwill message, the Honorable Minister of Regional Development, Honorable Engineer Abubakar Momo, commended Senator Oshomole for his visionary leadership and unwavering commitment to the welfare of his people. He described the senator as a promise keeper who has gone beyond legislative duties to impact lives positively. The minister also pledged to work closely with Senator Oshomole to attract more federal projects to Edo North, including road construction and other critical infrastructure.
And Okoji and so many other places in Edo State. So all of these things are made possible by the special grace of God through the influence of your senator. So whatever I'm able to put on ground is by special grace. So that is the one reason we have always said that it is good you send somebody to a place who knows what it is. And I'm sure, without any other of doubt, those of you who always watch the television, you can see that his own performance in the National Assembly, in terms of contribution, in terms of moving of motions and everything, is not nothing in that aspect. Yes.
Senator Comrade Adams Eric Oshomole said the unity within the APC in Edo North has been the driving force behind the district's strong electoral performance in recent years. He assured the people that with more continuous cooperation, Edo North would witness greater infrastructural development, particularly in road construction, through collaboration with the Ministry of Regional Development.
And through you, I want to thank the great people of Edo North. Because in all the elections since 2007, when I got involved in Edo politics, Edo North has never failed me, and Edo North has never failed our party. There is no election we have lost in Edo North. Not one. And this last one, when they lost everywhere else, we in Edo North, we stood gidigba. And the surplus we generated canceled the deficit in other places. And that is why the governor, His Excellency Governor Monde Uberulu Akpako Rescue, is very much appreciative of what we did for him. And I ask you and I urge you to continue to support him.
Representatives from Onwa East, Esako Central, Akoko Edo, Onwa West, Esako East, and Esako West commended Senator Oshomole for his unwavering dedication, while ward chairmen and community leaders described the empowerment as timely and life-changing.
I'm very happy for the empowerment of Comrade Adas Ali Oshomole. As you can see, every beneficiary, they are happy. Today is a great day for Edo North, particularly Esako West.
So we want to thank the
the senator for his foresight, for his efforts in putting smiles on the faces of the people. And by the grace of God, he has been giving our people quality representation. You can see he has been very vocal representing us at the Senate. His voice of wisdom, and his insight to national issues has been very, very commendable. So we want to thank him. We pray God continue to strengthen him, give him good health to represent our people.
I feel so excited for what Ochomole has done for us. It has not ever happened with the world chairman before, but today it has happened.
We are all grateful to Comrade Adams Ali Ochomole for this he has done. And we are praying that God should keep him alive.
The Edo North Mega Empowerment Program 2025 once again underscores Senator Adams Oshomole's dedication to service, people-oriented representation, and sustainable development. A true example of leadership that delivers the dividends of democracy. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
The Edo State House of Assembly has received a letter from Governor Monday Okpebholo requesting for the lawmakers to carry out a thorough oversight investigations of two critical ongoing projects in the state initiated by the last administration. BeeTv News State House correspondent Osarigi Agobo reports that the two projects in question are the Radisson Blue Hotel and the Museum of West Africa, MOA.
The House will carry out a thorough constant investigation of two critical ongoing projects in the state.
During Monday's plenary, the clerk of the Edo State House of Assembly, Mr. Yahya Omugbai, presented a letter dated October 14, 2025 from Governor Monday Okpebholo. The letter, titled Investigation of Two Critical Projects in the State, requested that lawmakers carry out a thorough oversight investigation of two critical ongoing projects in the state initiated by the last administration. The projects are the Radisson Blue Hotel and the Museum of West Africa, MOA. The letter stated that the lawmakers would recall that at the inception of the present administration, His Excellency Governor Monday Okpebholo set up the Asset Verification Committee with a mandate to primarily assess, verify, and document the status of all Edo State government assets and liabilities as at 11th November 2024. It explained that based on the committee's report, the government saw the need for the Edo State House of Assembly to investigate the two critical projects. The letter further requested that the House invite the respective contractors handling the project and any other office body connected with the project to ascertain their status and Edo State government stake in each project. Speaker Blessing Agbebako announced that during the next sitting on Tuesday, another committee would be set up to carry out the investigation.
Two critical projects in those states. One of them is the Radisson Blue Hotel, the second one is the Museum for West Africa at MOA. This letter, by the power of the I will need to put up ad hoc committee to look at the investigation of these two projects. The members of those ad hoc committee will be known tomorrow in these kind of channels.
Similarly, another letter from the governor dated October 14, 2025 requests for the confirmation of membership of the Edo State Judicial Service Commission. The nominees are Honorable Felix Imosili, Esquire, Razak Osayende Isenalume, Esquire, Shaibu Elama, Esquire, and Omozege Martin Igigbe. The names were subsequently referred to the House Committee on Rules, Business and Government for screening. In another development, a bill for a law to repeal the Edo State Health Facility Prohibition Law 1984 provide for the regulation of healthcare facilities and related services in the state and establish the Healthcare Regulation and Monitoring Agency, EDOAMA, on the floor of the bill successfully scaled through its second reading as lawmakers push for its passage, emphasizing its potential to improve healthcare delivery in the state.
So the intent of this bill, Mr. Speaker, is to see that we have a very strong of all the private health institutions so that they will be well regulated. To see that, like I said earlier, the China agenda will be achieved, the good health provision for our people. The government would allow private health practices
to be involved in this process of standardization, because this bill is going to talk about bringing best practices in our private hospitals.
Mr. Speaker, this bill will ensure patients improve safety. It will ensure standardization, making sure the minimum requirement for standard practice is followed by healthcare establishments. Mr. Speaker, this will also help to bring quality care for our patients. It will also help to protect the vulnerable populations.
So the agreement that this bill should scale this second reading, we say those against this bill is hereby health.
During the sitting, the lawmakers also extended one birthday wishes to His Royal Majesty Omonoba Nedo Uku Akpolokpolo Oba Ewa II. From the Edo State House of Assembly, Osarudi Agwebo, reporting for BeeTv News.
Two people have died after a cargo plane skied off the runway at Hong Kong International Airport and plunged into the sea. Emergency crews responded swiftly to the crash, which occurred during landing. Investigations are underway to determine the cause of the accident.
12 security staff were killed after a cargo plane veered off the runway at Hong Kong International Airport, crashing into the patrol vehicle and ending up partially submerged in the sea. The incident occurred at around 3:50 local time, 7:50 GMT, when Emirates flight EK9788 of Boeing 747 arriving from Dubai overshot the north runway. The aircraft broke through perimeter fencing and struck the patrol car, pushing it into the water. Both security personnel inside the vehicle died at the scene. All 4 crew members on board the aircraft survived. Authorities have launched an investigation into the cause of the crash, one of the most serious aviation incidents in Hong Kong in recent years. Despite its severity, the airport, known for its strong safety record, continues operation using its other 2 runways. Airport officials said correct landing instructions were given and that standard runway signage and marking were in place. Stephen Yu, Executive Director of Airports Operation, stated the patrol vehicle had been driven on a service road outside the runway fence, maintaining a safe distance. The Hong Kong Air Accidents Investigation Authority confirmed that efforts are ongoing to recover the flight's data recorder and cockpit voice recorder, commonly known as the black boxes, from the sea. The affected north runway will remain closed for the rest of the day. According to the Airport Authority's website, at least 11 incoming cargo flights scheduled for Monday have been cancelled. Favor Kolawole reporting for BeeTv News.
Residents of Oredo local government area of Edo State were filled with joy and excitement as Dr. Nicholas Foundation International, in partnership with Shafa Energy Filling Station, organized a free fuel giveaway for motorists, including tricycle riders, motorcycle riders, and private car owners. BeeTv News' Temitope Oluwafemi has more.
The event, which drew a large crowd of people to the filling station, saw long queues of excited beneficiaries eager to partake in the generous gesture. The environment was packed with bus drivers, bike riders, and other motorists who commended the organizers for their thoughtfulness, especially during these challenging economic times. Addressing journalists at the event, the Chief Executive Officer of Dr. Nicholas Foundation, Pastor Dr. Nicholas Felix, explained that the initiative was primarily aimed at putting smiles on the faces of residents, particularly bike riders who struggle to afford fuel due to the rising cost of living. According to him, the free fuel distribution is part of the foundation's broader mission to give back to society and support vulnerable groups. He added that beyond this initiative, Dr. Nicholas Foundation International also provides assistance to internally displaced persons, IDP camps, widows, orphans, and low-income earners who depend on monthly salaries.
Our foundation is to lift the vulnerable, to give as much we can. We support IDP camps. The biggest IDP camp here, we've gone there to support them. We support widows, we support orphans. We have a lot of people who are on monthly salaries and scholarship. This is just one of many.
Several beneficiaries who spoke with journalists expressed heartfelt gratitude to the foundation and its partners for the timely intervention. They described the gesture as a huge relief, particularly given the economic hardship faced by transport operators and residents alike.
We are very happy that this man came out today. He saw to the cry and the yearnings of the masses that fuel is the major problem in this country.
It's a real privilege to have somebody like Dr. Nicholas Felix who has come to give the state people free fuel. It is real this time. I think this is a kind act that we all Nigeria should share with one another.
The fall giveaway by Dr. Nicholas Foundation International in partnership with Shafa Energy has once again demonstrated the foundation's commitment to social welfare and community development, leaving lasting smiles on the faces of many in Benin City. Temitope Oluwafemi reporting for BeeTv News.
The Edo State government's ongoing demolition exercise along Sapele Road in Benin City has continued to attract reactions from residents, with many describing it as a bold step towards urban renewal and infrastructure development. BeeTv News' Zainab Mohammed reports that the demolition is part of the government plan to ease traffic congestion, expand key roads, and improve the overall overlook of the state capital.
Across Sapele Road, residents watched as old structures gave way to what many believe will mark the beginning of a new Benin City. While the exercise stirred mixed feelings, several residents expressed confidence that the government's plan would bring lasting development and ease the daily gridlock that has long troubled commuters. Dr. Amen Obemudia, daughter of the late former governor of the defunct Bendel State, Dr. Samuel Obemudia, commended the Edo State government for the ongoing demolition exercise. She described it as a welcome development and a continuation of her father's vision for a more developed Edo. Dr. Obemudia praised Governor Monday Okpebholo as a forward-looking leader whose action reflects genuine passion for the state's progress. She expressed happiness that her family's property, though affected, contributes to a greater cause that will benefit all Edo people. She also appealed to other affected families to take the exercise in good faith, emphasizing that development requires sacrifice. She noted that the project would stand as a lasting legacy for the state.
It's a welcome development because for a long time, over the years, over 50 years, this road was marked by my dad, Dr. Obemudia, for development of dual carriage. And since all those times, nothing has been done. So when our governor came now and we see this development, because he's a forward-looking man, he's a man with compassionate heart, a man that really actually needs development for Greater Edo. So this development is a welcome one because the visions and legacies that my father wants for Edo is coming to reality.
Another respondent, Professor Eriabe Patrick, who spoke with BeeTv News, described the demolition as a welcome development, noting that the project will help decongest many roads and improve urban mobility across the city.
Here is a dream come true. It was not just harsh today. Our previous governor, Dr. Obemudia, conceived this idea of making this place like what it is today. So it's a welcome development. And I know and I hope that Edo people will accept it, and it will resolve the issue of traffic congestion in this community.
As the demolition and reconstruction exercise progresses, residents are hopeful that the government's efforts will bring long-term benefits to Edo State. Many see the move as a sign of a new phase of growth and renewal of Benin City. Zainab Mohammed reporting for BeeTv News.
Ekiti State have lauded the state's government plan to establish an agricultural transformation and industrial center. The commendation was given during a stakeholders engagement meeting organized by the Ekiti State Ministry of Agriculture. The engagement brought together representatives from the Federal Ministry of Environment, farmers, security personnel, and political office holders. The State Commissioner for Agriculture and Security explained that the purpose of the stakeholders meeting was to engage the people on a project aimed at improving their standard of living.
Millions of dollars, and that is going to bring about value addition to what we do in Agric in Ekiti State, where we are going to have Agric Hub, we are going to have Agric Transformation Centers. Part of the locations for the Agric Transformation Centers is Orin Ekiti.
Gathering today is stakeholders engagement meeting, where the people that are affected by this project and who are beneficiaries of the project, we invited them into this special meeting so that we have an interface with one another, and it will be an avenue to explain to them in details the benefit of the project.
Project is an answered prayer anyway. Since I got to the throne, I've been praying over this, and God answered my prayer. They're very welcoming and very cooperative. They cooperate with the project and those who are bringing.
Now reading from the business news, Parthian Pensions, a newly licensed pension fund administration, PFA, has confirmed its readiness to meet the revised minimum capital requirements set by the National Pension Commission, PENCOM, which mandates PFAs to raise the capital base to 20 billion naira or by December 31st, 2026. Legend BeeTv News Temitope Oluwafemi for details and more from the business world.
The extension follows continued discrepancies in remittance figures submitted by revenue-generating agencies between 2011 and 2017. According to FAAC documents from its October 2025 meeting, the reconciliation process remains incomplete, with unresolved outstanding payments before June 2023 now referred to the Stakeholders Alignment Committee. NNPCL has been directed to submit actual remittance data to replace previously estimated figures. The company's Group Chief Executive Officer, Bayo has pledged to uphold transparency and compliance with fiscal regulations. However, legacy issues from previous administrations continue to affect public perception and accountability efforts. States and local government areas shared 94.6 billion naira ecological fund amid rising flood deaths. Between January and September 2025, Nigeria's 36 states and 774 local government areas received a total of 94.62 billion naira from the Ecological Fund designated for environmental disaster mitigation. Despite their allocation, at least 238 deaths have been recorded due to floods in several states during the same period. The continued environmental losses have raised concern about the effective use of the fund, which is intended to support projects addressing erosion, flooding, desertification, oil spills, and other ecological challenges. Reports indicate inadequate implementation of flood control measures, poor infrastructure development, and weak accountability in fund utilization at both state and local government levels. Experts attribute the recurring devastation to a lack of structured and proactive planning for long-term climate resilience and environmental management. Dangote Refinery asserts availability of 310 million litres of petrol for loading. Dangote Refinery has confirmed that over 310 million litres of premium motor spirit petrol are currently available for loading amid rising pump prices across the country. During a facility tour, Dangote Group's Vice President Devakuma Edwin stated that marketers can present any number of trucks for immediate fuel loading at the refinery's gantry. He emphasized the refinery's readiness to meet both domestic demand and export requirements. The 650 50,000 barrel per day facility is reported to produce 94% lighter petroleum products, including petrol, diesel, and aviation fuel, while maintaining minimal output of heavy residuals. The refinery also claims full capacity to satisfy national fuel needs and export up to 50% of its products. Tango Brook secures ISO 27001-2022 certification for data security. Tango Brook Technologies Limited has received the ISO 27001-2022 certification, signifying its compliance with global standards for information security management systems. The certification validates the company's practices in securing customer data, managing risk, and implementing controls for confidentiality, integrity, and availability of information. This achievement follows the launch of its Tango Fuel Card platform, a digital solution for fuel and fleet management. The company stated that the certification reinforces its commitment to data protection and operational transparency. Tango Brook leadership emphasized that the recognition reflects a strategic focus on security, regulatory compliance, and trust in digital payment services. Temitope Oluwafemi reporting for BeeTv News.
And now on the global news, a major outbreak affecting Amazon Web Services has caused widespread disruptions, bringing down some of the world's largest websites and apps. Platforms like Snapchat, Duolingo, and Roblox have been impacted, while users of banks such as Lloyds and Halifax are also reporting problems. AWS Amazon Cloud Computing arms powers the infrastructure behind millions of websites and services used by major companies worldwide.
A major internet outage has disrupted access to several of the world's most popular apps and websites, including Amazon, Google, Snapchat, Roblox, Fortnite, and Canva. The issues began around 9 a.m. CET on Monday, according to the tracking site Down the Detector. The root of the problem appears to be linked to Amazon Web Services, Amazon's cloud computing platform that powers much of the modern internet by providing essential infrastructure such as servers, databases, and storage. According to the AWS's latest status update, there are significant error rates affecting the DynamoDB data storage service in the US East 1 region, which is based in Northern Virginia. Other services in this region are also being impacted. Much of the disruption seems to be concentrated in the United States, particularly in Virginia, considered the global hub for data centers according to performance monitoring site Thousand Eyes. AWS noted that during the outage, customers may be unable to create or update support cases. Their engineers are actively working to mitigate the issue and investigate its root cause. Down Detector has reported that a wide range of services are affected, including online games, mobile networks, government services like the UK's HMRC, and French telecom providers SFR and Free. Cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase, also affected, reassured users that all funds are safe. In a message posted on X, list of affected platforms and services are Snapchat, Slack, Signal, Tinder, Ring, Roblox, Clash Royale, Life 360, MyFitnessPal, Xero, Canva, Amazon, AWS, Amazon Music, Prime Video, Clash of Clans, Fortnite, Wordle, Duolingo, Coinbase, HMRC, Vodafone, PlayStation, and Pokemon Go. Harmony Agbafo reporting for BeeTv News.
And that is the size of a news package for tonight. Many thanks for joining us on BeeTv Major News. I am Evelyn Isabelle. Thank you and have a good night.